Hey guys, and welcome to the Fish Room. I'm Rachel Leary and it's time for a species spotlight. Now this week we are leaving catfish and I'm going back to shrimp, my roots in this hobby. And this week we're going to talk about the black and white bee shrimp. Now the ones I have in stock here are not the same as the crystal blacks that are on the market that have been around forever. These are a wild type shrimp out of Taiwan, and I have to be honest, I'm not sure what their current classification is. They used to be a CF or, similar to cantonensis, but I really don't know right now because I don't have access to the papers what the formal classification is. But regardless, they are gorgeous, and I find them to be pretty darn durable in comparison to a lot of their line-bred brethren. So let's take a look and I'll tell you more about them. As I mentioned, these are a wild shrimp, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of variability with their color, ranging from a reddish brown to a dark brown to a black and white to almost a blue and white. And they are a bit smaller than your average shrimp. These guys are just barely 1 inch, the females being noticeably fatter than the males. I've dropped in a little bit of some Sarah shrimp food in here, and they are going bonkers, but it was the best way that I could try and get them to hold still for you guys, because there are quite a lot in this aquarium. What I really like about these guys is, even though they're small, they have really good color, and they seem to be a bit more flexible to temperature and pH than a lot of the line-bred shrimp. Now that isn't to say that they don't still prefer the cooler waters found with most Caridina. High 60s to mid 70s is really best for these guys, and they do appreciate a softer, more dilute water. I do find them to be a bit more tolerant to the warmer temperatures than a lot of the other Caridina shrimp. In my mind, they're super beautiful, and I really much prefer the wild variations found in these species than the ones that are being line-bred. But that is just personal preference. Now, I would really recommend, if you're interested in working with a shrimp like this that we know is wild collected, that you not house it with other Caridina species in order to prevent hybridization. Hybridization is a really popular trend in the shrimp hobby right now, but one that I won't partake of. I think it's really important to maintain colonies of shrimp in their original form, especially because so many of the local waterways are critically threatened. Ideally, these guys would be kept in water with a pH of about 6.5 to 7.5 and a temperature range of 65 to 75, with low 70s being ideal. They're easy to feed, very outgoing, and they breed very easily. All in all, I think they're really incredible and beautiful little shrimp that really pop in an extremely small nano-planted aquarium. Now, one of the questions I get asked the most is stocking density for shrimp, and the general rule of thumb is usually about 10 adults per gallon of aquarium space. Now, it's important that you allow room for breeding, because when shrimp are happy, they make babies. So it's important to take that into consideration. It's also important to remember that the smaller the tank, the harder it is to keep it stable, and stability with shrimp is what is most important. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thank you guys for your continued support. Let me know below if you have any comments, suggestions, or questions. Make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification bell, and stop by my Instagram, my Facebook, and my website.